What you are about to see is not an instructional video. It is merely what my son and I are packing so we can attempt to pass the search and rescue certification course. This footage came from my recent video where we went to the Devil's Staircase waterfall. It was a great trip. This is the loadout we took with us, and I refer to the gear a lot because this is what we're using for our search and rescue training.
Okay, so Charles and I were sitting here talking shop, and we want to discuss the differences in our chest packs here. So he's going to show me his, and then I'm going to show him mine, and we're going to see it together.
So in the front pocket, I got my speedy loader, and also I have a headlamp that goes into both sides, and 2 extra batteries for each of them. Inside here, I have my gloves, and also insect repellent wipes, emergency rain poncho, and some sunscreen. In the pockets here, I got my surveyor's tape, I have binoculars, I have a little multi-tool Letterman, I got an emergency signal mirror, I have earplugs, I have another knife right here, I have a Swiss Army knife, which also has a screwdriver on it. I got butt wipe, because everyone needs to have extra butt wipe. I have Sharpies and a pen, I have fire in here, I have cotton balls and waterproof matches, also another mirror. There's also a whistle with flint on the side. Got a weatherproof booklet, right anywhere in the rain. And then inside my back flap here, I have a glow stick and my straw.
And how's it fit and how's it ride?
It actually rides better than I thought it would. It sits up high enough where it doesn't block my air passageways. And also, it's way lighter than a backpack.
Got my whistle, serves as a bear bell as well. I also have my canteen hooked on there, and then underneath I have a little, it's about 20 foot of paracord that's braided that I can use as a self-rescue line. And then inside, open it up here, first thing you have is headlight at a touch. This is a small little fishing kit, and also some spare sunglasses. I have UV damage to my eyes, and these are what the optometrist gives you when he injects that stuff into your eyes, and they're dilated. So I'm putting those on if I have to. Personal first aid kit. And then here's my fire. Inside here I have a Bic lighter. I have some cotton balls. I also have some waterproof matches, a piece of fire starting log, all in a waterproof container, and then on this side, cotton balls. Going through the rest of the pack here, I carry a bandana. Right here's my compass. Someplace easy and quick to get to. I have a measuring tape here. It's only 36 inches. I have some duct tape, 6 feet of it. Never know what you need it for. This is kind of a cool little multi-tool. There's a can opener, screwdriver on that end, blade on this end, magnifying glass, compass, another measuring tool. Falling down here in the bottom is a couple pins, along with the Write in the Rain notebook. Oops. backup flashlight. Don't laugh, it actually works really good. Signal mirror. Spare collapsible glasses. Ace bandage. Toilet paper. This is a tactical signaling kit. I have 2 infrared flares here and 1 standard chem light. You hook them up onto this cord here, you can swing it around in a circle and make quite a sight for a helicopter to see. And then inside here I have a Sawyer Mini, and I also have another magnesium and fire steel. Small little knife, as well as a little super glue. This thing can be used to fix things, it can be used to fix me if I have to. Chapstick. Fish leader. This can also be used as cordage. This is also wax coated, so if you start this on fire, it's kind of like a candle. It's pretty nice. And I've got a little bit of sunscreen here as well. And then behind, I have a poncho, a pair of leather gloves, and this is an extra water bladder for my Sawyer, and a blanket. And there you have it. All fits here nicely on my chest. It's not very heavy. I'll have to weigh this and see what it actually weighs. But it's way lighter than the little pack I used to carry. Way easier to deal with too. As you can see, it just opens up like a tray here. It's pretty cool. Loving it. Okay folks, what you're looking at here is my 48-hour pack for search and rescue. Inside of this pack is my 24-hour pack, and this is my chest pack. Now this is ridiculous, way ridiculous. So what he and I are gonna do, we both think that we can lighten this up. There's way too many redundancies in this kit. So we're gonna spread all our stuff out here and lay it out in category or by department and see what it all looks like. So here we go. Okay, so here's a look. In that bag, I have a backpacking stove and a canister of gas, along with a little bit of food and tea. Next to it there is an alcohol stove. So there's some redundancy there. Now, the alcohol stove is a lot lighter. I carry that in my 24-hour kit, just in case I need to light a fire and get it done quick. So that kit has a pot holder and a shield for the air all in one. Whereas the other kit, the black thing there, that's the air shield for that one. Quite a bit to deal with when you're dealing with that kitchen. These two things here are food. One goes for 24 hours, the other one's added to that one, makes it for 48 hours. The blue thing here is my Sawyer water filter. This is my bigger Sawyer. Next to it is a pot with a cup and a spork all inside for cooking. Now, the redundancy there is in that bag. I also have the Stanley cup and pot combo. So I got some redundancy there. I need to make up my mind on which one of these I'm gonna take with me. And I don't know. It's gonna be a tough decision. We'll see after this trip probably. Okay, moving on to lighting. Headlamp, solar light, El Cheapo light. That's usually what I hang in my hammock. Got my nice flashlight, El Cheapo Costco light as a backup, and then I got my cheap, super backup LED. Now, when you look at all these lights, you go, that's a lot of lights. The LED stays in my chest pack. The Costco light goes in my 24-hour bag, and the bigger light goes in my 24-hour bag. So those two are redundant. The other one goes with my hammock. It's purely for me to enjoy. And the other light there is a backup, and the headlamp is a headlamp. You know, you need those. Moving on over, this is my toiletries division here. Now notice I got 3 things of chapstick. No need for all those. I think I can cut one of those out, put one in my 24-hour bag. It becomes my 48-hour bag, and then one in my chest pack. So there's something I definitely can get rid of. I also have 2 towels here, one big one and one little one. I think I'll get rid of the big one. It's nice and all, but not needed when you're on foot. The other thing there is my first aid kit, little personal first aid kit. And then next to it there is a fishing kit and spare glasses. Moving over, this is my bug net. This in here is a pair of tinted safety glasses, and this right here is regular safety glasses. Next to that is my Right in the Rain notebook, a Sharpie, a pin, a compass, and whistle. And also there's 2 whistles there. Probably gonna keep that going on because that whistle there goes in my chest pack. And that one right there will just be my backup in my 24-hour bag. And then moving on over here, a little farther up, I've got the signal flares there, IR, as well as just a regular chem light. And then there's my Sawyer Mini. This stuff here all goes in my chest pack. I'm going to keep that stuff the way it is. I like it. I've got my little mini tools over here. I've got a blanket and poncho, my gloves, and here's one thing I can get back on though. I have 3 things of super glue. No need for that. I'll probably just go down to the one big tube there and get rid of little ones. As far as fire goes, quite a bit of redundancy here. I'll probably get rid of that one pack right there you see in the baggie, because all that's in that baggie is also inside that waterproof container. And then I have 2 ferro rods, one with magnesium and one just big one. And I'll probably get rid of this other little pill container too, because it's full of matches, and there's just more matches in there. No need to have all that. Moving on over here, these 2 bags right here are clothing. There's a full day's clothing in each bag. My shemagh next to it. I have a warm hat, ski mask, and then I have a boonie hat. You see there I also have a saw for processing some wood. Moving on up here, that there are rain pants, and then I have a poncho. I have some paracord on that because that poncho could also be a shelter. That's in my 24-hour bag where I don't carry a whole lot of other stuff. Now, that is a seat pad. Purely nothing but so I could sit down and not get a soggy bottom. Okay, now here's where it gets redundant. Underquilt, sleeping bag, blanket, sleeping bag liner, emergency bivvy, tarp, 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 hammock, hammock straps, hammock straps. That's a whole lot for shelter. Now for my 24-hour bag, I want to get it down to just that hammock alone. And one thing hammock straps. And probably that tarp. I have another tarp coming that'll take its place, and that'll go in there. And then as far as my 24-hour pack, or my 48-hour pack goes, I'll probably add this piece here, and add this blanket, and this underquilt. So for my emergency 24 hours, this right here will be my sleep system, that and this hammock. For my bigger sleep system, I'll move in this big sleeping bag in the wintertime. If it's not winter, then it's going to be my underquilt, which also is a sleeping bag, and then I can take that blanket and those 2 together and be fine. I'm always going to keep 2 hammock straps because we can run into some big trees and need to really wrap some stuff around. So there we go. That's what I got. We'll let Charles walk you through his.
So unlike my dad's pile, I've gone through it a couple times already before this, and I've limited it down quite a bit. So I have 2 separate packs for my 24-hour and my 48. Unlike him, his all goes down to 1. I didn't like that because it's heavy and bulky. So I made mine a 2. I left my medic pack on there, and this is a 24-hour supply of food. On that pack right here is my 24-hour pack. Right there. And there's a canteen that gets connected to that. Over here, I have a little bit of too much ropage, but I don't think you can go wrong with having too much ropage. I can get rid of one of my saw and my hacks, but one goes in my 24-hour, one goes in my 48. I have a little bit of redundancy in water filtration. My straw with my Sawyer Mini. I got two cook systems, but one's my 24, one's my 48. Got some trash bags for one pack. I can go with a little bit less sunscreen, I guess. Less pens. Carry less batteries for sure. I can limit some of this med pack stuff. I have too many personal first aid stuff. Extra water, toilet paper. Over here, I have to decide which of this sleep stuff I'm gonna get rid of, because there's some extra redundancy. Like this hammock right here has no bug net. That one does. That and that's tarps. Those are both ground mats. I got 2 ponchos, 2 emergency bivvies, a blanket there. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna go through this and repack it all, figure out how I want to do it.
Okay, folks, I have to apologize for not filming this when I was out in the bush. But you know, sometimes things work out and you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so here's the end product. This blue bag here, this is all the junk I don't need. All that was inside there, and it's gone now. Well, I'm sure all you hardcore backpackers are laughing really hard right about now at all this gear and all this stuff I threw out. I do have a lot of backpacking experience, but this is a little different. Search and rescue is a little bit more involved and requires a little more things. I got a little carried away, as you see. But anyway, we'll see. This is an ongoing process. So I'll be changing this and tweaking it as things go on and I get more training. And we'll keep you updated. And as always, thank you very much. God bless, and thank you for watching.